Welcome back to Chasing the Target. Day one did not disappoint in any way. India and Bangladesh both putting up a good performance. I mean, initially it was Bangladesh's day two session going into this test. Bangladesh was killing it, and then came out the sons of the soil. चेन्नई के दो बड़े बड़े प्लेयर, एक चेन्नई सुपर किंग फ्रेंचाइज के लिए और एक चेन्नई local boy Ravichandran Ashwin making his sixth century. A fantastic partnership still going on. I thought एक आध विकेट शायद चले आ सकती है, but mental strength बता रहे, determination बता रहे. They're showing that they're not old. One is like what 38, one is 35, but no signs of stopping. Mustafa, your initial thoughts on today's day?
I mean, outstanding. First of all, it was a bit topsy-turvy. Bangladesh started really well, bowled brilliantly, made use of the conditions. There was moisture on the pitch. It was damp. Ashwin mentioned that in the post-match ki bhai abhi bhi hai thoda sa damp pitch. So it did assist the fast bowlers, and Bangladesh did the work. But then the partnership between Jadeja and Ashwin, yes, it became a bit easier to bat on. The ball got a bit older. Lekin phir bhi one mistake and you were in trouble. 144 for 6 to 300 plus for 6. I think incredible partnership. And Ashwin right now is making a case for himself in the starting 11 now in Australia as well, because with the bat, if he can bat like this, he looked so compact. He looked beautiful. I was telling you, he looked like he was batting like Lakshman. The timing was outstanding. And it was like he's been playing a lot of T20 cricket, and we saw that, like, he was counter-attacking, but his defense was compact too. He was leaving the ball when necessary, and Jadeja as well. It was an incredible partnership, and in these conditions, this is why India is tough to beat, right? Agar Kohli and Rohit don't score runs, then Ashwin, then there's a middle order. If the middle order doesn't score, then you have Ashwin, Jadeja. So they do bat deep, and they didn't play Akshar Patel, mind you. Imagine Akshar Patel coming in after this. They still have Akash Deep who can bat as well. So yeah, I think they've laid the platform, and Bangladesh will be disappointed that they didn't pick up the wickets and finish off the innings. Lekin, yeah, from India's point of view, they're in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, I mean, the way it started off, Rohit Sharma, boundary mare, it looked like he was a little bit restricting himself from going like his usual approach. Uske baad aapka Yashasvi Jaiswal, I think he took his sweet time. I think a little bit of pressure of proving himself also had to keep his place at the opening spot. So it looked like he was also like playing in a very safe spot. But then, Hassan Mahmood, we've spoken about this guy time and again. Brilliant bowling from him. Obviously, the moisture in the pitch, it helped, getting that early bit of movement on day one, and they made most of it. I think Bangladesh, they stuck to their fast bowlers a long time. Shakib ko nahi dala rahe the. That's to the extent of what they were believing in the fast bowlers. But yeah, Rohit Sharma, was your thought on the shots, and Virat Kohli, listener, I know we won't be going out without saying that, but yeah, Hassan Mahmood's bowling, first of all, what do you make of it?
Yeah, very good bowling outside off stump, getting them fishing. The ball was swinging a bit, and they do have that tendency to nick off right on that outside off stump. Dono, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, he attacked the channels very well, and it was a very good piece of bowling from them. Yeah, ideally you wanted them to leave the ball, but yes, the conditions were a bit tough, and he made the most of it. I think bowlers give credit. The only dismissal that I was very upset with was Shubman Gill's, because it's down the leg side.
I swore on that. Like, my mother was
the dismissal itself, like agar aap bole theek hai,
good ball, good ball, बहुत चिढ़ा था मैं तो, like
everyone should be scoring runs. You can also criticize them. You can criticize. I mean Rahul as well. Like it was a good catch. He was the one who got caught at short leg, right?
Zakir, very good catch by them.
I mean, you can criticize those dismissals, which you can, no problem. But Shubman Gill, जब इतना tough conditions है, like जब ball इतना swing हो रहा, up down the leg side out हो रहे, that is, and like especially when you have an opportunity, you're batting one down. You don't expect that kind of shot. It's not that he got out on zero. That's fine. Anyone can get out. You have the top players getting out today. No one fired from the top order. Lekin the way he got out was very disappointing.
Yeah, 100%. I think it was a stupid shot to play. Even if he let it hit, it was his thigh pad and it would have been outside leg anyway. Chup ke ball kuch chhi diya, and बहुत annoying dismissal tha. I'm pretty sure chalo theek hai, he'll also upset equally well. The second guy that pissed me off was Rishabh Pant. That was a lazy shot. Like, I mean, the commentators got him on, and he was looking in fine form. One ball pehle, he hit a very good boundary in the same manner. Maybe he came too ahead in this ball and later realized that, bhai, it took him time to understand, अरे भाई मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, and then he just said मार देंगे देखेंगे कुछ worst come to us क्या होगा, worst come to us अब out हो गए. But he looked in good way, like the way he picked up the momentum, he didn't let it drop despite losing those quick wickets. He said मैं मेरा style खेलूंगा, and he played his style for fair play to Rishabh Pant, the way he approached his innings, and I think that gave immense confidence to Yashasvi Jaiswal as well. There was a cover drive, I think it was on Taskin Ahmed, man, that Yashasvi banged it on the off. Like, it was so beautiful to watch, because like he was playing very well on the offside. It's his favorite place, and yeah, I think SSP got a lot of confidence, and I think he's learning a lot also on the way Rishabh Pant bats. So he's got a very good balance of both these things. I mean, he was a bit more defensive in this one, but yeah, credit to SSP the way he and Rishabh Pant built that innings. To at least give India like some breather, and then yeah, again what Bangladesh bowled in the first two sessions, I think थोड़ा बहुत फिर अपन समझे कि भाई बैलेंस खत्म हो जाएगा. KL Rahul, what do you make of him? I mean, dismissal, very good catch, but he was there for 50 balls as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's consuming a lot of deliveries, and this is why, like, I mean, okay, he's taking some time. That dismissal was a bit unlucky. Let's see what he does in the next couple of innings, but there is pressure on him 100% with Sarfaraz, because Sarfaraz in these conditions, I think he would have done really well. In my opinion, ये pitch पे जैसा Ashwin और Jadeja batting कर रहे थे, I think it would have suited Sarfaraz, especially batting in that position. लेकिन ठीक है, like, he got out. It was you would say a bit unlucky. It was a very good catch. A very good catch. Sometimes if they don't stick, he can capitalize. But with Rahul, one thing is that he's maybe consuming too much pressure. Like itne dot balls उन्हें जो consume कर रहा है, थोड़ा सा I should maybe rotate the strike. I'm not saying he's slow. It's a test match. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need to go at a strike rate of 100. That's not necessary. लेकिन maybe he's building a bit too much pressure on himself. I'm not saying get boundaries, but थोड़ा सा single double rotate करो. And if he's consuming that many deliveries, then if you face 50 balls, which he did, then you expect him to build the innings a bit more and score more runs. But him and Pant, they did get starts. The likes of Rohit, Kohli, and Shubman will be under more pressure, not getting starts again. That सवाल आएगा Kohli and Rohit का preparation. Yes, I feel that the conditions were tough and they got good deliveries. लेकिन फिर भी that's something that we have to point out too as well. So overall, the top order disappointing. I think Pant and Jaiswal, it was a very promising partnership. Again, if you want to be critical, you want them to continue that.
Pant threw his wicket away. Like I think Pant
and this is how Pant is going to play, because if you remember in Australia as well, Sydney mein what's his name, Tim Payne dropped a chance of him, same stumping ka jo chance tha, extra bounce tha Lions se, and he missed it, and he went on to score 90 odd or 100. So like wohi hai ki like Pant will give chances, and the good thing is that he's getting starts, and now it's just about not throwing away your wicket. But I think I guess that's how he plays.
But no, I think this particular wicket was like not a very like if he giving away his wicket like this was like he just lapsed of confidence. I think he just fell.
That is, he has to work on it, because I've seen him do it a lot of times. ये पहली बार नहीं है like with Pant that he's done it. He's been given chances. And that's why, like,
and he made most of it. Yeah, he makes most of it.
But he does make those mistakes, and that is something. If you want to be critical, 100% he has to.
One positive that I can give of KL Rahul is he consumed 50 delivery, but I think जो वो टाइम था अगर KL Rahul जल्दी आउट हो जाता था,
बॉल पुराना कर दिया था उन्हें.
बॉल पुराना कर. That's the only like good thing I can say about him. कि Ashwin and Jadeja ये situation में आते थोड़ा शायद they would struggle a bit more because the fast bowler were relatively more fresher because he came back from T and stuff. But अगर KL Rahul won't play those 50 deliveries and stuff and tire out the bowlers because bowler also got exhausted. I think that's the only like appreciation I can give him. But despite that, like you said, I think उन्हें अपने आप पे बहुत ज़्यादा he's trying to, obviously Rohit Sharma's comments also that he has to make most of the opportunity. That is also playing in his head. Also the fact that he's 32. Also the fact that right now where he is in his career, it's not the greatest. He's like a makeshift guy, right? So he wants to cement that. So like you said, I think with every defensive ball, like every ball that is not getting a boundary, he's also adding pressure to himself. So kind of thing. But the only thing he made the ball a little old, which helped Ashwin Jadeja to like sort of play out this beautiful partnership. Shakib not bowling till like third session. What's your thoughts on that?
I think because there was the fast bowlers were doing well, there was purchase and there was dampness on the pitch throughout, and that's why उन लोग वैसा कर रहे थे. And yeah, like you mentioned earlier, also Shakib was not too impressive when he did get the ball. I feel that also the fact that Jadeja and Ashwin were both batting, they were handling the spin as well. They're both, first of all, दोनों बहुत अच्छा spin खेलते, और फिर उसके बाद एक मेहदी को संभाल रहा था, एक साकिब को संभाल रहा था, attack कर रहे थे. So that put the pressure on them, and that's why you saw some short deliveries. You saw a difference in where they were pitching the ball, because the way Jadeja and Ashwin were attacking them, Ashwin was targeting the Mehdi, the right-hander, and then Jadeja was attacking the left-hander, which you normally see in cricket, and they, I think, worked it really well. The left-hand, right-hand, and the two very good players of spin as well. We saw a bit of turn towards the end, like, and yeah, it was a good pitch to bat on while they were batting.
Yeah, and I think the sweep shots as well, like the couple of sweeps that Ashwin played. Ashwin, man, like you said, he's making a good name for himself. Bouncy wickets पे अगर दे रहा, so maybe they might consider him for Australia as well. Like अगर extra batsman होना वहाँ पे. But yeah, I mean, abroad condition में we know what he's like. He's not the greatest in abroad conditions, so. But yeah, the partnership was solid. Like they look confident. They were playing. It was like a very perfect balance of aggressive and like conventional cricket, like baseball and conventional cricket.
Yes.
Like you were going after the and after these guys came back, mind you, the run rate went up to like four and a half,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Last season तो 5
Yeah,
था run rate
पांच
उन लोगों
था,
का.
yeah. So it because Jadeja was hitting six and then four and stuff. Like he was also going after the and from 146 to 144, 146 to like 200 and whatever you are at now. 100 and कितना की partnership है आपका,
200
and
का
it's just
partnership almost, right?
yeah 195 ka partnership hai almost. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's been incredible from these two, and yeah, like a lot of like even I'll be open to say that Jadeja ki batting was not the greatest in the recent times. We saw him struggle a lot, but this is a very promising innings in the time that he's like he in whatever amount of time he's sort of made sure that he gets back to speed, and I think yeah innings is very good from Jadeja.
Jadeja's top man. उन्हें जब भी जरूरी जरूरत पड़ी, especially test matches, I think that's his best format now.
Yeah.
He consumes the pressure very well, and उसके बाद उन्हें जो shots खेलता है, towards the end of the day he hit like a few boundaries. He was looking to attack as well. He's outstanding. I think with as he's gotten older, more mature, he's understood test cricket even better, and he can play like a proper batsman. He's a number one of the best all-rounders in the world, right up
Mm.
there. And yeah, he's shown that today. And the thing is, situation be here, right? Like ठीक है, it did get older, there was less movement and all that, but one mistake and you're into the tail. So not making that mistake despite conditions, because even on good batting conditions you can make a mistake. You can play a false shot, you can one lapse of concentration, one good delivery, you're out. So I think the fact that उन लोग 190 का partnership लगाए without making a mistake, I think hats off to them, and that too at a rapid rate. ठीक है, अगर आप like 2 दिन लगाए वो करे, like you're wearing down the bowlers are getting tired, I understand, but they counter attacked very swiftly and it was to good effect, and that's where Bangladesh are probably losing that confidence now in this game. I think because at one stage it looked like they were on top and they can win this game.
Anything you would do different if you were in Bangladesh's shoes? Like anything that you would say, कि नहीं भाई ये नहीं करे, या is it like because they didn't add enough pressure on Ashwin Jadeja? Like anything that you saw, you must have said, कि भाई this is Bangladesh, this is where they missed out.
Maybe like operate one spinner, one fast bowler, like have a fast bowler going on throughout the day, maybe something like that. But it's difficult to say because at that time also they're tiring out too. Like look, those
Hmm.
sessions लगातार bowling करे, and
Hmm.
they batted well as well. So like you have to give credit, I think, where credit is due, in my opinion. And yeah, there's always in hindsight you can do things, but at that time it is difficult when you have two world class all rounders playing, and
Yeah.
and the conditions are getting better. They made the most of it.
Yeah, Ashwin reminded me of Ash from Pokemon. बोल रहे कार्तिक भाई, मैंने I was something else. Like बस लगा India threw a Pokeball and came out Ashwin the Pokemon, and भाई the way he was batting, like you said, लक्ष्मण खेलते he was sweeping, and since he got चार छिक्के हो गए भाई, like छिक्का नहीं था ना जब तक innings में, it looked very dry, and
Yeah.
चेन्नई, हालांकि चेन्नई का pitch उतना ड्राई नहीं दिख रहा था initial stages में, but the way India was batting looked like yeah 250 was what we were aiming. Now we're at 311 or 320 something. So yeah,
And
it's
this
been
is potentially his last test in Chennai, because I think WTC cycle agar aap dekhe, the next game might be in 2027, I think,
Mhm.
unless they
Yeah,
change something up, because
yeah.
Chennai, the last time they got a test match was in 2021, which is like 3 years ago against England, जहाँ जो root मारा था. तो
Hmm.
3 साल हो गए, तो अगर और 3 साल लगा दो 2027, he might not play a test match in Chennai. So this is might be his last home test match,
Good
and
way
what a
of
way
playing. Yeah.
to bid adios with 100, man. I think excellent innings, and yeah, he looks so good. I think that's the thing, right? It's not just he scored 100, उतना अच्छा elegant दिख रहा था उन्हें, and he
Yeah,
continued to
बिल्कुल.
attack. He didn't
नहीं,
change
it looked
cover.
like a very proper batsman. Like it looked like
Yeah.
कभी इसने बॉल हाथ में पकड़ा नहीं था, बैट ही पकड़ा होगा बचपन से दिख रहा था. And I think it was Karthik who was saying that Tamil Nadu Premier League maybe also he went opening, he went in the middle, he went in the bottom. Like he was batting all over throughout the series, and he got like a couple of 50s and stuff. So he has been working on his batting as well. And I think he understands the importance of an all-rounder and stuff. And the way he analyzes the game, man, like we've seen a number of shows that he's done, and the amount of cricket that he talks to people about. I think you shouldn't be surprised that he keeps learning even at this age and trying to better himself at any given chance. And yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Like the more you're willing to learn, I think the more you'll eventually grow.
Yeah, he's not shy to use his feet, and then he has a very strong back foot. So उस हिसाब
Yeah.
से it becomes easier. He can get to the pitch of the ball. He can wait for the ball as well. His footwork is outstanding for someone like who's a spinner. Like yeah, his footwork is outstanding, and because he can bat and he bowls spin, he understands the opposition a bit more. When they're bowling spin to him, he can read the mind of the bowler as well. He'll know कि भाई इन्हें ऐसा करने वाला है, because he'll go into his shoes as a bowler and say what would I do in this situation, and he can sometimes predict that game a bit better, and it allows him to execute more shots and score more runs.
Yeah. Do you think there is something psychologically wrong with KL Rahul? While batting, he appeared to be perplexed and about which ball to defend and which ball to play. I think this is one thing that I've noticed with KL Rahul. If you see when he came back after injury in the Asia Cup and Mustafa was there in Sri Lanka, he can there was a confidence on his face, and like, I think I messaged you also saying कि भाई ये confidence देख उसके चेहरे पे आज फोड़ सकता हूँ he looks, he can tell when this guy is going to have a good innings, but when this guy is under pressure it's on his face. Like you can say कि भाई even 2022 World Cup, you remember when he was opening Mustafa, he was looking the most scared guy on the pitch. So yeah, I think he does. I think it's more rather than वो बोलते ना चेहरे पे आ जाता है आदमी के जब उन्हें प्रेशर पे है. He's one of those guys जो उसके चेहरे पे आ जाता है. Like in South Africa, if you look at the test that he scored 100, he looked more confident. Like he just, and again, like you say, in the way of his playing defensive approach, ज़्यादा रहता. But when he's confident, he goal after the ball, थोड़ा drives मारने shy नहीं रहता. And I think yeah, definitely with again that his aim is to cement himself in this 11. I think he's taking a little bit toll on himself more than what's required.
Yeah, I agree. I think the pressure got to him, and I also like this time around it did look he's more out of touch. I think as compared to before, he did look rusty. He looked tentative. आप दुलीप ट्रॉफी में भी देख लो उन्हें runs मारा, but it was not convincing. It didn't look convincing. And yes, that time around he looked more aggressive. Maybe the format, maybe also he was still in touch with cricket. Now it was a bit longer break. Also, the fact that maybe he's losing confidence, he's not part of the T20 team.
Yeah.
He's like they are, and there is Sarfaraz right behind him. Maybe there is that pressure. He did look a bit. He did look perplexed. अगर आप वैसा देखें तो he didn't look convincing. KL Rahul, and yeah. I just hope that he gets into form. Otherwise, there's someone waiting behind him. So, like for him, he just has to try and get back to his own zone, like what he's done good in the past, and take it from there. Look, it's not been easy his journey for him either, right? Like they've asked him to open sometimes, they've asked him middle order, this asked him to keep sometimes. अब देखो World Cup में उन्हें उसकी average ये वो जबरदस्त थी, and still in the final people blame him, but it's along with him a lot of people failed in that final. Like you look at Sky, look at what do you call it, Virat Kohli, everyone, a lot of people failed. Like no one really was there like who batted well apart from Rohit Sharma. Lekin I think so it's not been easy. Like he's been batting in different positions, but now that he's got the opportunity, he has to make the most of it, because this is his peak, like 30-31. This is where he has to score runs. If not, then there is someone to replace him.
Yeah, Kalibhai said Kohli got out stupidly, but he seemed confident in his shot. But again, this is one problem that he's been having since a long time. Despite being, see, again, I understand the confidence part. That's just a way of saving him. But that's like that's your bunny. That part you've seen him get out time and again. Then this time it's a fast ball, not even an off spinner. Had it been like Shakib, I think people have lost it more that he got out on an outside off stump ball. But see, looking confident is fine, and I know for a fact that next inning that he can come out and smash it. But again, it is your go-to delivery that you keep getting out on. Despite you showing confidence, it's not good enough. I think he should have just tried to avoid the ball, or just sort of try to cut the ball. I don't know what he did. He just went into a cover drive zone and tried to. I think he wanted to just make not a statement, but just with a release shot. I know there was no pressure on him, but I think he just wanted to get on with the game.
Yeah, I mean, initially उन्हें अच्छा दिख रहा था. He looked compact. He was leaving the ball. He looked decent. It didn't look like he was rushed or anything like that. But again, that problem and outside off stump, sometimes he just has to put away that drive. And I know it's a wonderful shot for him. He looks very good playing it when it connects. But he's got out so many times over there. And this will be a problem also in Australia, because they will pack the gully region, slip region. They will have extra fielders there. You'll have Cameron Green with bucket hands waiting, and they will attack that outside off stump. And then वहाँ पे angles भी various रहेंगे. Pat Cummins, Stark, even the likes of Hazelwood and Boland, they will trouble you. So that is a sign of concern, that outside of the off stump issue.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're all looking right now. They're all watching right now. They're all on holiday, most of them, Pat Cummins, Stark, and Hazelwood. So they definitely be looking at this game as well. From Bangladesh's thing, I think Nahid Rana, man, this guy, brilliant bowler. We saw him in Pakistan as well. But 140 consistently throughout the day, it takes a lot of stamina, energy to. I know he's young and stuff, but man, 145, 149, even till like Ashwin and Jadeja were batting, he kept bowling it, and it's incredible to see. Like, I mean, उतना stamina आपके पास रहना and like 70 overs तक आप अपना all दे रहे. I know he got one wicket of Jaiswal that was crucial, and वहां से समझे कि शायद breakthrough मिल जाएगा. Little did they know that Jadeja Ashwin had different plans. But Bangladesh in the field also looked better than usual, right? Like I think there's a little bit of more improvements. They took their catches. They didn't drop anything easy. Runouts maybe a couple that they could have gotten, but overall better fielding performance.
Yes, overall very good man. उन लोग स्लिप में अच्छा कैचेस लिए. रोहित शर्मा का जो कैच लिए जबरदस्त था. फिर राहुल का जो कैच लिए, their fielding was very good. They were even the ones which were falling just short. They were making sure it wasn't going to the boundary. They were blocking those. Fielding बहुत अच्छी थी. And yeah, वही है कि like when they're up against a tough team like that, then you have to try to create a bit more chances. And there's nothing much you can blame it because they didn't drop too many catches. It wasn't very bad bowling. It's just that when you come to a situation like that, once they got set, Ashwin and Jadeja, then of course they will force you to bowl those balls. Then fatigue comes into play. The ball gets older. You have to try and do something extraordinary, which they were not able to do. So yeah, I think they fought well initially and they gave India a heart attack. It was a very good day of Test cricket. Agar aap overall dekho, Bangladesh dominated the first session. After that, India came and dominated. So I think if you see it from a neutral perspective, it was a very good day of cricket. I enjoyed it. And this is what you want, right? You want it a bit like through and through. But Bangladesh, look, they're up against a very tough team in home conditions. India have not lost a series in a long time. So it's not going to be easy for them. And like I said, if Kohli, Rahul, these guys don't get you, Ashwin will get you, Jadeja will get you. They still have Akashdeep to come and bat as well.
Yeah, one thing I liked about Ashwin and Jadeja as well, they did accelerate, but they accelerate very smartly. They accelerate like when they felt कि हाँ भाई इन्हें आप थक गए और इन्हें आप अब उसमें like अगर ड्रिंक से बाद या टी के बाद ऐसा कोई सिचुएशन आया जहाँ पे बांग्लादेश started coming attacking and they respected that. They said we're going to go defensive. The minute they say कि भाई थोड़ा they're now easing off and then they started taking the attack to the the way they attacked Shakib, like I didn't expect that. Shakib with the experience, but obviously left-handed tha Jadeja, he was going after him, but yeah, you don't like that's what one thing the experience that you get, what moments to capture and what moments to like sort of
And very good players of spin, these two, right? I think they're probably one of your best players of spin in this team. I think it's because they both spin too. Lekin agar aap dekho, they're very good players of spin. They understand, they can predict some deliveries. They know what Saqib is thinking. So once they're set, they can put that attack on him. And I think it was outstanding display of batting. बहुत मजा आया like देख के.
Yeah, I believe Virat Kohli has become like Akshay Kumar. He wants to play more tests, but does not want to prepare well for them. Just like Akshay Kumar, a good actor, but does not want to prepare for his roles. Akshay Kumar completed films in 30 days and does not prepare his. He moves quickly from one film to a next, like Virat Kohli moves from one test to another without playing domestic cricket.
No, I think Virat Kohli prepares for tests. It's not like he doesn't. We've seen him close quarters in the nets. We've seen him.
1 week camp bhi to tha abhi. 1 week camp.
The camp he was practicing, he was there. He does put in the efforts. And you remember certain times also, I think even in England, he was supposed to play a county stint. He signed a contract, but uske baad nahi hua because of COVID. So Virat Kohli does look to improve his game. It's not like that, but I think there is reasons because in the past he was playing a bit too much cricket. When he's thinking too much of the game, he was not performing well. So sometimes for him, it applies on the individual, right? Someone like a Virat Kohli, maybe for them taking a break gets them into the zone. Maybe for somebody like a Jadeja practicing, because Jadeja never misses nets, bro. No matter what, Asia Cup pura, World Cup pura, har हमेशा nets का optional practice रहने दो, कुछ भी रहने दो. Jadeja's always there. He's working on his batting, and it's working for him. You can say, "Bhai, look at the hard work is paying off." But Jadeja also went through rough phases. अब अभी देख लो T20 World Cup में उसके कितने like he didn't bat that well in limited overs cricket over the last over year. Even IPL dekh lo uska utha ke, it's not been that great, but he still continues to practice. So with Virat Kohli, I think it's more of the weaknesses that he has, working on those and trying to like more of a mental thing, like let go of the ball when it's in the zone, then play that drive. It's about execution, especially against when the bowler is troubling you in tough conditions. He has to be a bit more alert and tackle it like that.
Yeah, 100%. Again, another test that's going on in like subcontinent, Niche, Sri Lanka. Mein. Tom Latham, very good batsman. I mean, we've always believed that. He's not had the best, क्या बोलते हैं, he not made a lot of noise, but at least that 70 that he made was a good composed 70. I mean, initially उनके साथ जो Devon Conway थे out हो गए, when him and Williamson made in a very good innings, and Williamson getting also another 50 for himself. So yeah, Tom Latham and Williamson sort of bringing them back into the game, and then both getting out. But New Zealand more or less in a very good spot right now, right? Like they're trailing by what 50 runs right now.
Yes, they batted pretty well. I think उन लोग की जो बैटिंग थी आज विलियमसन की भी 50 थी जैसा आप बोले एंड if I just check the score, they're 255 for 4 lead, trailing by 50 only. Daryl Mitchell, 41 not out. They batted very well. And man, that bowler, I forgot to tell you yesterday. I saw him. Yeah, he's outstanding, man. So they do like New Zealand have ammunition still, and they're a good team. And I was surprised. I think Sri Lanka could have got more wickets. They could have created a bit more chances, taken some opportunities. Like New Zealand batted well, and right now it's a good game, still in the balance because New Zealand still trail. ऐसा नहीं है कि they're in the front seat, लेकिन अच्छा game चल रहा है. It's very entertaining right now and good contest between both the teams. Williamson getting a 50 under spell will give him some confidence. Tom Latham batted really well as well today. So good contribution. Yeah. Now they'll hope that this middle order someone makes a century, either Mitchell or Blundell.
Yeah, 100%. I think England, Australia also going on right now. 217, if I'm not wrong, for 3. That's the last I checked, and right now I think it's the same score. And yeah, I mean, उधर तो फोड़ देने के mentality में दिख रहे थे. Like Ben Duckett was playing insane. So was Will Jacks. उनका भी थोड़ा बहुत इफिरा. But Australia again, like they have a lot of newbies in this. I think one debutant roster in this 11. So they're sort of resting the big guns right now for the big test serial and then hopefully the Champions Trophy.
Who? Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Stark Cummins and Hazelwood not being here, अच्छा rest दे रहे, very smart, and this is how they balance the work.
Yeah. They're resting them for the
Tigers are resting right now for the border.
Because देखो लोग जो है अगर आप देखो ऑस्ट्रेलिया when they play test cricket, they play with the same bowling for the last 4 years. आप देख लो 4 साल हो गए. It takes a toll on your body. It's not easy, especially different conditions में कहते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी at a time sometimes it's not easy to bowl those long spells because it does get good batting conditions. So they never change their bowling attack. India में देखो अभी आकाशदीप खेल रहा. You have one or two changes. You had Mukesh Kumar in South Africa. यहाँ पे यही है like Hazelwood, Stark, आपका Cummins and Line. अगर किसी को इंजरी हुई फिर बोलेंड आता. That's it. Otherwise, like it's just these guys.
So yeah, भी आ गया, traditional bowler भी आ गया उनके पास.
Yeah, so they're taking adequate rest and they're just chilling and they'll wait for that border.
But that's also a good thing. Like they know how to balance the workload. And again, in Australia, they don't expect say हर जगह खिलाओ. Like India में क्या है, pulling power के लिए you need अपने stars, you need Bumrah, you need like Kohli, you need Rohit Sharma, even to like pull people. Like I mean, people will still come and watch despite anything, but it's just like I don't know. I think now India will adapt that tactic. Up second test, we will see a few rests happening. Like now they're learning, but Australia has been doing this from very long ago. It's just other people are now adapting to that understanding of how important workload management. Because Australia was the first country to get T20 league, big bash था उनका. उसके बाद they were the one first to diversify cricket, if I'm not wrong. So I think now everybody is learning how to do it according to the Australian way.
Yeah, even England is pretty good at it. They separate their squads and like थोड़ा सा they're good at that. I think red ball, white ball cup because उनको बहुत बड़ा issues हो रहे थे पहले England को. Like they were playing a lot of the red ball cricketers and white ball cricket, and then when Morgan came, he changed all that up, and now they have a good system. But yeah, I think like from Australia's point of view, they're not looking at the final. They're looking at ये जो 5 match का series जीतना है. That's how they're looking at it because it's they've had enough of losing. I think 2 series back to back. They're they want to win. They know that now they know that India is a challenge for them. India, I think that England would be a challenge for them, but coming to Australia, for them, India is the biggest challenge. I think that is a fact, and they want to prepare in their best manner and make sure we have everyone fit and raring to go for that series.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, Steve Smith as well. I think he'll also want to get a few good amount of runs in that series. Everybody is ripping down like amount of comments that have come, amount of statement that Australian players have made right now in the last month. It just goes to show that they're really thinking about it. And again, India, the way they beat them in India as well recently. So yeah, and India winning the T20. So everything is happening against India only for Australia. So it's adding more spice to that, like the T20 that they lost and stuff like that. So Definitely gonna be an incredible thing. Day two, Mustafa, where do you see India finishing? Batting अगर
450.
450, you still say यहाँ से 100 है ना, 120 रन
Yeah, but देखो new ball
equals.
आएगा, it can go either way. They can get all out like immediately, or because they're both set, they can cut. Because sometimes new hard ball it gets off the bat nicely, and you can score more boundaries. So I'm looking at it that way. I think that because they're set, they can score the runs. But if it does move around and it takes them time to settle, then they can get wrapped up quickly as well. But I think they have enough runs, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Yeah, I mean more than what we expected. So you can't be greedy saying अरे ये करना था. I think 250 is at one time what we're expecting. We have 339 now, and we still have Vivian Richards to come in from Hyderabad. So it's going to be interesting to see how Survey
Vivian
Richards,
Richard.
सिराज जो अपना कैप डाल के
Oh,
आता और वो स्टाइल
अच्छा,
उसका, they
अच्छा.
basically call him Sir Vivian
Yeah, I
Richards from
saw that
Hyderabad.
meme, man. Where was it? I saw that. Rishabh
Yeah, it
Pant
was
को
like
दिखा था.
yeah. So it was
AIB वाले
again
तन्मय भट्ट
Tanmay.
दिखाया
Yeah,
था. अब
yeah.
याद है.
So yeah, तो वो विवियन रिचर्ड्स आने वाला है अभी. And yeah, I mean अभी आकाशदीप also like you mentioned he can get a 50 odd. We've seen him
Were you
do that.
surprised they went with the extra seamer? I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean I didn't expect that, but I think after yesterday when Tejas Bhai told us that it'll be a bit of a bounce thing, it might not turn. So then like it didn't, it shocked me, but it was like अच्छा हाँ ये बोला था ना तो थोड़ा 2+2 कर लिया था. But Sanju got an 89 man today in Duleep Trophy. What are your
And
thoughts? Is he
Shreyas
coming
got a
back?
zero.
Yeah, Shreyas is finished, bro. Khatam, bye bye.
Uh, but no, I think Sanju Samson's Zabardast batting 89. It's good to see him score runs, and this is what he has to do: just keep knocking on the door. Jitne bhi runs maar sakte maro, convert them into hundreds, double hundreds, score so many runs that they can't ignore you. I think that's the thing. And the way the Indian top order, middle order is batting right now, there is a chance for Sanju Samson to bat number one down in Australia. You never know. He's a
I
good
mean,
player.
in that same game, if you see, KL Bharat also got a 50, so he has to play much more better than that. Nothing to take away from KL Bharat, but if KL Bharat is getting a 50, then you have David Padikkal on the other hand. He's got, I think, a second or third 50 of this
Yeah.
Tulip Trophy, so it's good to see that he's.
Yeah.
Also
But
trying
runs
to
is
make
your
an
currency,
impact.
right? You have to keep
Yeah,
scoring runs, and
exactly. Consistency and runs, yeah, that's definitely the currency. That's
because
like,
right now Indian team have opportunities. There are holes in that team where there are people making mistakes. Whether that is
yeah.
a Shubman Gill or a KL Rahul, there will be pressure on them. So in the domestic season, you have to score as many runs as possible and try knocking on the door.
Yeah, 100%. And Shashwat Rawat, I think, got 100 in the other match for India A. So, congratulations to him as well. But yeah, I mean, I think Duleep Trophy, jo initial, लोग देख रहे थे. I think now one is not even being covered live. Like the other thing, I think not being covered live, one of the two games. So yeah, Skardik by saying first season reminded me of India playing in Australian
First session.
condition session. Sorry. It was a good pitch, but लोग बोल रहे हैं यहाँ बांग्लादेश बॉलर से खेला नहीं जा रहा है. What they will do in Australia?
देखो
What
वहां
they
पे भी स्ट्रगल कर सकते, बट वहां पे भी कंडीशंस अच्छे हो जाते हैं बैटिंग के लिए. और इंडियन जो बैट्समैन है, if they can get rid of, I mean, they can go past the swing and seam initial 20-30 overs. In Australia, they like the ball coming out of the bat. They like that extra bounce. They're not too worried. They can play the short ball well as well, so they can get comfortable. So it just depends on the conditions. Yes, they will struggle, but then you also have that bowling attack to cause problems for Australia as well, right? So that's where I think it could be a good contest. But हाँ, definitely struggle to करेंगे Australia maybe with the bat. It won't be easy as well.
Yeah, I mean, देखो अभी तो हिसाब से भी like they just come back into Test cricket again, 43 break and stuff. So I mean, when they go into Australia, they'll be going with a more क्या बोल सकते worked mind rather than like a rested mind. So I mean, आज rested mind से निकल के अब आ रहे आप, and then when you're in Australia, obviously you. But the only thing is, like Mustafa I said, like they need to go 2-3 weeks before and understand the condition. If you're going like 1 week before and expecting to make an impact over there
Then
based on
it's gonna struggle
then
initially.
it's going to be. So you need to understand the bounce, understand what you have coming in, then plan around that. And Jassipaji is going to be very important for that. Jassipaji has to, like, Jassipaji is a ray of hope for us to win. So I think for him to be fit is the most important thing for me.
Yeah, if you have
And
the trio of Siraj, Shami, and Bumrah, you do have a good
that
chance.
very good chance. Yeah, very good chance. That'll be incredible. And even like
Although they
anyone,
did struggle against South Africa in South Africa, but in more cases than not, you should have a good chance.
yeah, I think South Africa may be thoda, but like yeah, but we also did finish the test in 2 days. Like that's what Gautam Gambhir said. So we don't talk about that. So there's always things that
No,
but
the thing is for me, like with this bowling attack and batting attack, like think you should be winning series in South Africa as well. So that's was a bit upset because आप एक हारे थे 2 साल पहले जहाँ पे ये बवुमा और डीन एल्गर सता
Dean
दिए थे,
Elgar मारते
और
yeah.
यहाँ पे आप ड्रॉ कर दिए थे. Like I expected to win that series, man.
Yeah, Labuschagne दो कॉटन बॉल्स ले गया, हैरी ब्रूक को भी निकाल लिया उन्हें
Yeah,
कॉटन
the
बॉल्स में.
99 per ducat is out, bro.
आया है बेचारा, sad. But Duckett
Uh,
actually looked very good, like batting. अच्छा, aggressive guy है. He's got good strength. He doesn't play T20, right? Shockingly.
yeah, I think he deserves to get a
He like the
chance.
way he is as a player. You would actually want him to see him. But again, they had like Phil Salt, they have Will Jacks, they have
That's why
Josh
they
Butler.
separated. These guys don't mess
Yeah.
around now. Like they separated. They're like, "Bhai, you stick to test, you stick to
Yeah,
T20."
and Ashish Bhai is in the house. Punjab Kings is latest pretty ponting. But every time teams go 1 week before, even at 3-4 days before, it is just the patience is an issue. Kohli shot, Pant, Gill, all soft dismissal. They should look to play test, not ODIs.
No, the thing is,
In
look, I
essence,
understand. I understand that, like, you can still win with less preparation. They did that last time around, right? But like, the more preparation you do, the better. Now you see in the WTC, the difference
yeah,
was
exactly.
preparation, because we also went there
You
first.
went there. You were the first time there. Yeah.
So when I was there, like, India reached just like a day before, like, not a day, like 2-3 days
Two
before,
days
2-3 days
before.
before me, and Australia were already there for like 2-3 weeks. You could clearly see that in preparation. I'm not saying that India could have still won that WTC and thing, like T20 World Cup. Also, India went after the IPL, everything. They won the T20 World Cup eventually. But it's about hiring your chances. And a place like Australia, if it doesn't go your way, it doesn't go your way. And, like, you had some luck with you in that last series. I clearly remember Rishabh Pant getting
Drop. Yeah.
missed stump opportunities, some drop catches from Australia. Tim Payne had a shocker with the glove.
Shocker. Yeah. That he can't forget. Yeah.
Slip पे भी catch on छोड़ रहे थे. They were creating opportunities. So Australia also were not at that level. Like, they were making mistakes. And yes, credit to India. I'm not taking any way credit from there. But just looking at that, I feel that if you want to maximize your chances, you got to prepare more. You have to have at least 2-3 weeks. Saurav Ganguly, he went 6 months before
Blasted.
with Greg
Sorry.
Chappell. He looked at all the venues, क्या dimensions है. He used to imagine कौन से fields होना, कौन से bowlers को कहाँ से डालना. He prepared all that, went there, and they tied 1-1. They could have won that series, but yeah, they tied 1-1.
And if you remember after the match, Saurav Ganguly, all of the legends were blasting Rahul Dravid, and Rahul Dravid said, "मेरे को भेजी नहीं, 2 हफ्ते पहले नहीं भेजे, मैं क्या करूँ? 1 हफ्ते पहले भेजे तो मैं क्या करूँ का जाके." So even the coach needs time to plan, man. Even they need to plan their and in this T20 World Cup, they went in an ample amount of time. They didn't just go like 1 week before. They went a couple, like what, 15 days ago, I think. If June 5th it started, they were there in 25th May. Everybody was there, except the ones who were playing the final, which was no one.
Acha, yeah, they went a bit
They
earlier.
all went. I remember they were doing jogging in the park
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Hardik Pandya, they're like, it's
I
cool,
went
yeah,
late.
it's nice. So yeah, you went late because you were by road. So yeah, everyone went on a private flight, and Sanju and Jaiswal, they came later on or something like that. It was like
Yeah, it's not about like कि भाई आप नहीं जीत सकते prepare with short preparation, but it's ideal, like especially with a big test series, you have to acclimatize. अलग time zone है, अलग weather रहेगा, अलग pitches रहेंगे, so it just gives you that. And there's no guarantee that you'll win also if you go 1 month earlier. There's no guarantee. You still have to play good cricket. I understand that, but
again, your jet lag, your time zones, your 100 things are there, no? Like
yeah.
that
Now
goes
we
to
play
that.
a game of FIFA. I could be practicing 1 month. You not practicing.
Beginner's luck.
You might still beat me, but I probably have better chances. The odds are better because I've been playing for 1 month. You have
Over
to
a period of 5 games, yes. Like that's what we have to say ultimately. Over a period of 5 games.
over a
Like,
period of 5 games, then you start building. Then you start getting up. You play the first. If it's a one-off game, me and you, right? I have better chances because I'm practicing. Then once you start playing more games with me, 4, 5, 6 games, then you will have good chances. So, but it might be too late. You might be 3-0 down, and then everyone's scoring hundreds, and then you win the next 2 matches, becomes 3-2 because you've
exactly.
acclimatized.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, delay instead of delaying that process, make it speed it up by going there early. That's it.
Yeah, without Cummins, Stark and Hill, Australia seem ordinary. इनको बांग्लादेश भी हरा देगा. I mean, they've
But they're not going to be without them, bro.
not being without them as well, and also like they'll
They're
find new
not going to
people
be
like
without.
Boland
भाई
इतना
देखो,
है
उन
थोड़ा.
लोग उन लोग उन लोग निकाल लेंगे प्लेयर. अगर आप देखो, पहले भी लोग बोलते थे विदाउट ग्लेन मकरा, गिलेस्पी, वॉन, नाउ दे लुक थिंग. It takes a bit of time. Teams go into transition. Australia will go into transition after Stark and these guys leave, but they will develop players. We saw even New Zealand, one guy's already come out, like a tall guy. pretty quick as well. But they will. It'll take time. They won't immediately get players, but they
I
will
mean,
get players.
if you
Home
want to see
line is the main
immediate
thing.
transition, then they've got Scott Boland, they've got Lance
Yeah.
Morris, they've got so many people, and they've got Ishan Kishan also in the comments now.
Jai,
Uh,
Jai Richardson, all these guys, they're there. They
yeah,
have
Sean
bowlers.
Abbott, Sean Abbott भी है and stuff like that. First quickly draw the bullet saying मैंने क्या भाई fan वो नहीं होते यार अभी भी वो 2023 तो छोड़ ही दो.
They'll be.
Nice to see you कार्तिक भाई. शकील भाई hello sir कैसे हैं आप? Moreover, I think the first game of the test season, they are just rusty, but I feel they will eventually be adjusted and get back to scoring. It is
I
difficult
agree.
to defeat. Yeah, 100% difficult to defeat India and India and a gut. Like that's where I'm just going to appreciate, which I don't do. You KL Rahul at 50 balls. If he got out a little earlier and Ashwin Jadeja जब आते थोड़ा ball move होता था, तो it would have been more challenging for them. I mean, at this point, जहाँ पे खेल रहे थे, it was a little bit more settled, but still, they grinded it out. They managed to, what do you call, held their nerves, and yeah, 195 run partnership. It's incredible. And now Bangladesh have to come up with a plan on how they're going to bat in these conditions. If it starts breaking, if it starts like troubling, and if Bumrah starts getting movement along with Siraj, then Siraj can reverse it as well. So he might also be a little bit dangerous here. So देखेंगे अब कैसा कर सकते.
Yeah, 100%. Preparation is good, and the guys are playing Duleep Trophy. Virat and Rohit didn't, but KL struggled at times. It's more about day, how you feel, and what type of deliveries you get. Oh
But
my
you can't
god.
pick and choose your days in cricket, no? Like that's the thing. You can't
The
pick
South,
and choose.
the South.
आज मेरा दिन नहीं है तो मैं नहीं
No,
खेलूंगा. You can't.
I don't have a problem with this series. I'm talking about Australia. Like ye theek hai, like it's fine. Like you're playing in your home conditions, you had a camp, whatever. I'm okay with it. I'm not really criticizing that. I'm talking about Australia. Like when you go WTC, like
Because in Australia, if you're underprepared and then you have the crowd shouting at you, you have the
overseas
players
conditions.
sledging you,
You
everything
play
gets
in
to you.
Indian
Like,
conditions, ठीक है, I'll give you that. Like I absolutely agree with that statement. Ki it's like about the day, how you feel and everything. That is completely fine. Like, but I'm talking about overseas conditions, how to maximize, because it's very difficult, bro. It's not easy to go and win there. I'm not saying ki like and you're not necessarily favorites here. Your favorites.
so Ashish also just understood that we're talking about India, Australia, and that's why we were saying like today after
Yeah,
43
yeah.
days
I'm
they're
talking
back.
about.
It takes time to get up, but हम लोग तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के बारे में बात कर रहे थे ऊपर आप बीच में आके ऐसा एकदम हमारे को डांट दिया.
Duleep Trophy, तो like वो तो ठीक है. I don't have a problem with, because
वहाँ
you're
तो
playing in.
संजू भी 89 मार दिया सो चलता.
Yeah, सरफराज की बैटिंग हुई नहीं हुई नहीं, he's here.
नहीं सरफराज तो यहाँ बैठा हुआ है. रोहित भाई सब जमीन पे बैठे हुए सुन रहे उसके बाद. He was on the floor. He saw Rohit Sharma was lying down on the floor and listening to
Yeah,
Sarfaraz
yeah.
talk like that. एक
And
एक
then
दादी को देखे तो पूरा पूरा बेहतरीन ने पूरा मैच देखे बैठ के फुल डे
yeah,
देखे ना दादी माँ
चाय पी के he
चाय पी
was
के.
enjoying. It was nice to see, man. वो generation enjoying Test cricket. It was good to see. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, even Ashwin's dad was there. He kept
Yeah.
he was there for the whole day. He was watching the match. And so I think it's like an enthusiastic cricket family.
Ashwin is like, man, this guy, like, I'm happy for him, because this guy उन्हें cricket पी लेता. Like, it's not just
yeah, खोल के पी लेता सभी ने के पी लेता
T20 World Cup में
बोल
उन्हें
के.
like मेरे को थोड़ा struggle रहता, because I don't understand Tamil, but I watch subtitles. I listen to his podcast just because I want to know what he's saying. With Uttappa, they talk in English also, so it's a bit easier. But when he has the other guy with him,
Yeah,
जो
that-
crazy है,
Yeah,
उन्हें analyst, क्या वो उसको Poppy, I forgot his
Papa,
name, but
yeah,
like he's bro, his cricketing brain is next level. So I'm happy for him. The only like where I gained respect for Ashwin, when he in Sydney, man, when he was injured and he was taking body blows, that was crazy, and he bowled well in that series. One thing is, though, in England and South Africa, I expected more from Ashwin. That's where I want him to pick up more wickets overseas and do better. I think that's one criticism I have with him, but I think he's improved that. In Australia, he was very good. The way he was setting fields for Smith and Labuschagne, you can clearly see he thinks about the game. And Ashwin had a huge impact on Rahane. I give Rahane total credit. Like, I'm not taking any credit away from him, but Ashwin was constantly also there supporting him.
Yeah.
Talking tactics with him, setting fields for him. And उन लोग आप देखो जो leg side trap Labuschagne और
Trap,
Smith के लिए,
yeah.
अश्विन का भी influence ज्यादा था उसमें.
बिल्कुल. I mean, there are अभी भाई शकील भाई बोले 5 retention confirm
अरे
करा
भाई
देते
मेरे
हुए.
को बात ही नहीं करना.
but I mean बहुत ज्यादा नहीं बहुत ज्यादा खबर आ रही है कि मेगा ऑक्शन हो सकता है नवंबर या दिसंबर में in Dubai. So that's one rumor that is coming along, which I just wanted to share with you. Okay, bhai, there's possibility that there might be a mega auction, and some news are saying that 6 retention and 3 RTM. So we're still waiting
But
on those.
overall, this was the news from before, right? There was going to be a
No, mega auction का तो आज ज्यादा ही भर रहे थे लोग, like everybody, everything I was seeing on Twitter and stuff, mega auction and UAE तक आ गया. So that is somewhere like now you probably in a week's time is what they're saying कि news आ जाएंगी. And again Shakir भाई यहाँ पे retention की confirmation कुछ भी नहीं है. But yes, there is a talk that mega auction might happen in the UAE, so we're waiting on that. WhatsApp के मैसेज का रिप्लाई यहाँ आ रहा है, क्लिप काट के भेजना पड़ेगा. अच्छा
Don,
WhatsApp पे रिप्लाई.
Don enjoys beating Bangladesh. I enjoy beating Australia.
Don's home. You have to listen more excited for
Well,
this.
comparing this to Ben Stokes, bro, you kidding me, man? You're comparing this innings to for chasing 400 against Pat Cummins, Hazelwood, and thing. Ab Rishabh Pant ki baat karo, theek hai, there is a thing. You're comparing this innings to.
I think he's trying to, I think he's just trying to get me a reaction from you. That's it. And but yeah, like
He will get a reaction. Jonathan Jones. I am busy preparing for Atalanta.
Donald Ferguson.
Jonathan is in Italy having the pizza and the pasta, waiting for his team to take the field. Martinelli. Martinelli. Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus and Trossard. Trossard to Saka. Saka to Atalanta.
They're playing today?
Yeah, bro. Yom al Khamis. Hala bil Khamis.
Oh yeah,
Thursdays too, bro. Yeah. They're just giving they missed Europa League. So
vibe. Yeah.
Europa League fields, man. These guys complete Ashwin to Ben Stokes. मैं क्या बोलूं यार उसको.
But yeah, I mean, very good day of cricket.
It's simple, bro. He has an affection to him because he's born in Chennai. Ashwin is born in Chennai, so he has every right to celebrate Ashwin's innings. My great grandmother is from England, so I have affection towards Ben Stokes, bro.
Ben Stokes from New Zealand as well. कैसा बता Suresh?
New Zealand. There's a connection to New Zealand. You have a connection. You have family in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, I have family everywhere, bro.
But in New Zealand in particular, I don't know many people who have family in New Zealand. So like, yeah, you have. So that's what it is. After
Don को कल Don है क्या? Don को लेके आएंगे थोड़े दिन podcast. We'll have a debate on Ben Stokes versus Ashwin. I want to have this debate. I want to have this up.
Coffee is there.
Yeah. But yeah, England losing 5 down now. Ekdam se they're looking like they're probably going to go wicketless till 300, but now they're 262 for 5. Suddenly,
McCallum is there, right, in the dressing room?
Yeah, I think he's the white ball coach as well, right? So that's happening.
Maybe the pitch is getting a bit slow.
Yeah, I guess. Where is this happening? Nottingham, I think.
Yeah. This is happening in Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Trent Bridge.
Yeah. बांग्लादेश अगेन नाउ कल देखते हैं डे 2 में होगा क्या. अश्विन एंड जडेजा कहां तक लेके जाते हैं. विल आई मीन जडेजा होपफुली आल्सो गेट्स अ सेंचुरी. विल बी गुड फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम टू गेट a ton under their belt. Bangladesh will have to come with a new game plan now, Mustafa. I mean, this one worked out very good, but I think थोड़ा stretch कर दिए fast bowlers को. They could have probably like I don't know what they could have done better, but yeah, थोड़ा it just looked like they lost.
Spinner को भी tackle कर दिए तो yeah, I think you just
there's like 10 more overs for the new ball to start, or like I don't think the new ball was available. So
one thing the commentator said, which maybe like you will probably agree to, is that I think it's Tamim Iqbali was on commentary, right? He said they need to keep the bowlers just for test cricket, or like make them bowl more overs, because they clearly were getting fatigued today. You could see that they were getting tired, sort of thakan thi, and that probably led to some poor deliveries or poor overs.
Yeah, I mean a lot of time you see the Linton Dasso struggled with grabbing the ball, like 4-5 boundary ऐसे चले गए overthrows में उनके पास. If you look at I think it's Hassan Mahmood who back to back gave fold away like that, and Linton Dasso also struggling with like an injury and stuff, so I like हाथ पे लग गई थी उनकी. चलो ठीक है. I mean they started off good, they gave India a scare, good that India is back in the driver's seat. But if now Bangladesh ke liye what we've been seeing for a long time is their batting hasn't been good. So now it's a test for their batsmen. Bowlers to an extent did their jobs based on whatever condition they could make most use of. I mean they decided to bowl for that was the first shocker, right?
Even India wanted to, like, to be fair. So.
Yeah, so like they knew that the moisture will be under surface. Thoda early hours में 4-5 wicket निकाल लिए, and what exactly was executed. But later the pitch got better to bat on, and Ashwin and Jadeja, no one expected that. I mean, maybe some did who really knew the condition in Chennai, who knew how Ashwin would perform. But for Bangladesh, I think it's up.
He was. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that. Like the way he batted, itna fluid
Even
through bat.
Jadeja, like jo chhक्के mara, jo like pulls kara, like I think really enjoyed both their batting, and
I
now
think
it's
and
up
now
to
dono like abhi like they'll give them confidence for India to play that that extra bowler in Australia or whatever, because like these guys shown they can bat, and it doesn't have to be just Jadeja. You can play with Ashwin as well now. I think and he's shown that even in Sydney, uska
Sydney.
role
Yeah,
bada
yeah,
tha, bahut
बहुत बड़ा
bada.
था.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's a good batsman. Bowling wise, so इन लोग दोनों I think घुसने वाले Ashwin Jadeja. I think they will.
yeah. I think
Because they're
थोड़ा
also patient. Look, even if they get hit for runs, I remember the game I watched in Hyderabad where Virat Kohli got a double hundred. There was one session I watched, Bangladesh didn't lose a wicket, and
yeah, they came out and turned around. Yeah.
then Ashwin Jadeja just stayed patient, and eventually they just went through them. So like,
And now
so
that's the question, right? Like, does Bangladesh go out attacking as long
they
jaldi
just
runs?
gotta play ball by ball, session by session, man. They just got to
No,
play
in the
block.
sense like before the wicket breaks and having that fear that wicket took Ashwin is
Well,
going. Do
well,
you think they should start being aggressive, or do you think they should just, like you said, patient?
no, I think not either, not there. Like just play the ball on merit because it's still the first innings and play the ball. Don't go too aggressive. Don't be too defensive. Just play the ball on merit where it's there to hit it. When it's you have to leave it, you have to leave it. I think that's and you will get scoring opportunities as the ball gets older. So maybe be a bit cautious in the beginning and then start playing your strokes. But I think you got to take it ball by ball right now. Like don't
Yeah,
think
again,
too
like
far.
Jasprit Bumrah also, you can't go attacking against him, right? Like he'll probably pick up a fiver in if he got the conditions and India won the toss and decided to bowl,
Yeah,
you
he would
might
have
see
ripped
like
it, man.
ripped out there. So that also is there for sure. 6-3 RTM how my god. No, that's what exactly we've been saying. कि अभी कोई news confirm नहीं हुई है. So we're definitely still waiting on that front के IPL की कोई भी खबर आएंगी then we'll know for sure कि क्या policies adapt हुए हैं for this year's IPL मेगा ऑक्शन या आरटीएम या रिटेंशन. तो अभी कुछ कंफर्म नहीं आता. आपका सवाल अगेन इनवैलिड हो जा रहा है कि देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन टॉकिंग अबाउट
नहीं ये
दैट.
हम बोले जब जब आएंगे आई नो यू लव आईपीएल मगर जब आएगा खबर हम बात करेंगे डोंट वरी लाइक अभी कोई ये सब हवा में बातें हैं ईशान किशन ये वो लाइक उसमें कोई देयर इज नो ट्रूथ टू इट राइट नाउ सो लेट्स वेट एंड सी व्हेन दैट कम्स जब तक
रिलेवेंसी हो जा रही
क्रिकेट
है.
करो टेस्ट क्रिकेट एंजॉय करो वनडे क्रिकेट अभी इंग्लैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया का तगड़ा मैच चल रहा वो भी देखो तो
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for today. Just Jadeja has been taking it away for India, from 140 odd for six to all the way to like 213, 339. Sorry, incredible 195 run partnership. Bangladesh started out with the scare to India, but ended out getting scared by both. England versus Australia is on. England, South Africa, sorry, so Sri Lanka and New Zealand is also on. New Zealand trailing by 50 runs at the end of day two. Kane Williamson again with the 50, Latham with the 70. Been a very good day for India, Bangladesh. I think it'll be good second day as well if Ashwin Jadeja get out and we have to see what Bangladesh managed to do. And that's going to be a very big test for their batsmen, particularly the captain and Mushfiqur. अगर उन्हें चिपक सकता है या नहीं तो या आई थिंक थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी फॉर जॉइनिंग अस आशिफ भाई शकील भाई और कौन थे अपने कार्तिक भाई एंड ऑल ऑफ दीस गाइस हु जॉइंड अस टुडे वी विल surely get back tomorrow for day 2's action. Till then everybody take care of yourselves. Thank you Mustafa for joining me. Thank you
थैंक यू
everybody, yes, and good night.